Every bountiful harvest comes from a tiny seed planted on a fertile soil by a skillful farmer. Throughout the changing seasons, the Commission on Higher Education Regional Office 11 remained steadfast and grounded, in hopes that every milestone is a step closer to reaping the fruit of its labor. This is the landscape of higher education in Davao Region and the achievements of CHEDRO Regional Office 11 in the years 2019 to 2022. For CHEDRO 11, the promise of more fruitful years began anew 4 years ago. From a seed of optimism to fully becoming the embodiment of a deeply rooted commitment to ensure quality, accessible, equitable, relevant, and responsive higher education in Davao Region. Dr. Maricar R. Casquejo officially returned home as the newly appointed Regional Director on January 11, 2019. Like a good captain with a plan, she led the office and the HEIs in the region with a vivid new vision of providing solutions in every situation, and began its new mission to be a solution-driven regional office, leading towards sustainability of higher education institutions and satisfaction of stakeholders. Continuing what her predecessor, Director Raul C. Alvarez Jr. CESO 3 had started, 5 strategic directions were added under her leadership on which all endeavors of the regional office are pedestaled and set, leading HEIs to sustainability of their operations, ensuring competitiveness, relevance, and responsiveness of HEIs, broadening access and equity, ensuring internal efficiency, and enhancing competence and motivation of personnel. She further emphasized that the new administration must have the core values of compassion, humility, empathy, dedication, resilience, optimism, excellence, and integrity. These were implemented by the management to begin the process of achieving the established goals. Guided by the principles that are ingrained in the institution, CHEDRO 11 personnel are the embodiment of the office's official tagline, "We find solutions." Presenting the landscape of HEIs in Davao Region from 2019 to 2022, CHED recognized HEIs increased to 105. Distribution of HEIs per province. Distribution of program offerings. Enrollment data. Top 10 programs in terms of enrollment. Graduates data. HEIs with autonomous status per CMO number 12 series of 2019. Ateneo de Davao University, University of Mindanao, Maine, University of the Immaculate Conception, Digos College. HEIs with deregulated status per CMO number 12 series of 2019. Coryesu College, Tagum College. CHED Centers of Excellence and Centers of Development. Quality management system is also in place in the operations among HEIs in Davao Region, as the following HEIs received ISO accreditations. The office ensures that HEIs uphold quality education. As a result, Region 11 can be considered as the home of top-notchers, as shown in the performance of students in various PRC licensure examinations. From 2019 to 2022, Region 11 produced a total of 310 top-notchers, 169 in 2019, 6 in 2020, 59 in 2021, and 76 in 2022, with the University of Mindanao being the regular producer of top-notchers. Here are the accredited programs in Davao Region as granted by the Federation of Accrediting Agencies of the Philippines. The following engineering programs of the University of Mindanao have received accreditation from the Philippine Technological Council. The following computing programs of the University of Mindanao have received accreditation from the Philippine Information and Computing Accreditation Board. The University of Mindanao received Level 4 Philippine Quality Award for Performance Excellence, a historical feat as the first recipient from the education sector. The award is the highest level of recognition in the country given to an organization who has demonstrated an outstanding performance in excellence and total quality management. The University of the Immaculate Conception championed the most number of programs which passed the ASEAN University Network Quality Assurance Standard. In 2020, the Quacquarelli Simmons ranked Ateneo de Davao University as one of the top 500 universities in Asia. To ensure the continued sustainability of operations of HEIs within Davao region, CHEDRO 11 has been actively engaged in providing support by providing technical assistance as resource persons in the formulation of their learning continuity plans, the land use development and infrastructure plans of the SUCs, strategic plans, among other plans, providing solutions to pressing deficiencies of HEIs on access to sources of book holdings by conducting Aklat Para sa Lahat. To address the dearth in librarians and guidance counselors, CHEDRO 11 prioritized the provision of scholarships to related programs. In addition, CHEDRO 11 team implemented RA 11220, otherwise known as an act separating Spamastigos and Malita, which resulted in the creation of Davao del Sur State College. On the process of separation and the birth of a new state college, R.D. Casquejo was designated as OIC Office of the President for 11 months. CHEDRO 11 facilitated and assisted the Davao Oriental State College of Science and Technology in its conversion to university status, we now know as Davao Oriental State University. The office also provided support and technical assistance to Maco and Davao City LGUs in the establishment of their respective local colleges. Similarly, 2 LUCs were assisted in the application for institutional recognition, which resulted in the issuance of their certificate of eligibility for free higher education. While there were a lot of highs, the office also went through low times. It was not a smooth sailing ride, but CHEDRO 11 managed to perform its duties despite the challenges. At the tail end of 2019, an earthquake rocked Davao region, causing significant disruption to various establishments and operations. CHEDRO 11 was the first to extend assistance by conducting meetings with the key personnel of affected HEIs to guarantee the safety of the personnel and students, safekeeping and retrieval of records in the concerned areas, among other concerns. The regional office also collaborated with the local government of Davao del Sur for the provision of temporary classroom tents. At the onslaught of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, the higher education sector bore a heavy brunt of the impact. The office provided support by hosting consultative conferences and meetings with key personnel from HEIs and providing orientations to various stakeholders about the new normal through the provision of flexible learning education, which requires all HEIs to propose their own learning continuity plans. The office also facilitated the closure of one private HEI which closed voluntarily. To ensure vaccination of stakeholders, the office partnered with HEIs, the Department of Health, and the Davao City LGU in the region-wide vaccination rollout dubbed a Sama-Samang Vaccination Program for tertiary students in Davao region. These initiatives were launched with the aim of illuminating the path towards adapting to the new normal, all the while ensuring that the quality of service is not compromised. CHEDRO 11, with the assistance of USEP, other institutions, and other volunteer experts, conducted a series of webinars to retool the faculty members under the new normal, which garnered a total of 118,063 views from Facebook and YouTube worldwide. Recorded webinars were shared in the Facebook and YouTube channels of CHEDRO 11 for easy access of interested faculty members. To assist displaced HEI personnel during the peak of the pandemic, CHEDRO 11 recommended to RDC 11 for DOLE to provide assistance. As a result, 2,583 HEI personnel received a total of 12,915,000 pesos cash subsidies under the COVID-19 Adjustment Measures Program. CHEDRO 11 also assisted in the development of course packs for NSTP and the 6 LUCs under Project Prime for the 9 required general education courses. The office also helped USEP in implementing Project Right 11. At the peak of the pandemic, the office also made sure to maintain regular communication with the LGU of Davao City and other LGUs and all stakeholders by groups such as the registrars, deans and program heads, student affairs, NSTP coordinators, STFAPS coordinators, faculty members regarding CHED advisories and issuances. These initiatives were proof of CHEDRO 11's commitment to service, no matter how difficult the circumstances are. CHEDRO 11 was relentless in fulfilling its purpose of giving students and teachers access to quality higher education by providing scholarships through the local Graduate Scholarships Office, Student Financial Assistance Programs, and the Unified Student Financial Assistance System for Tertiary Education. With the dynamic leadership of CHED Chairman De Vera, who is very particular in providing accessible and equitable financial assistance, the regional office has awarded more than 50,000 grants between 2019 and 2022 across all scholarship offerings, including the CHED Merit Scholarship Programs, SGSL Grant, CCAP Grant, TES Subsidy, Tulong Agri Program, Tulong Dunong Program, Sugarcane Scholarship, and the newly offered Medical Scholarship and Return Service Grant. Students of the 6 SUCs and 6 LUCs are now enjoying free higher education, implementing RA 11509, also known as the Doktor Para sa Bayan Act, signed by former President Rodrigo Duterte. CHEDRO 11 assisted the University of Southeastern Philippines to successfully establish its School of Medicine, in addition to the 3 PHEIs offering the said program. The office also extended support to areas where access to quality education is limited, such as extension classes of USEP Malabog, Dorsu Baganga Campus, DSSC Santa Cruz, among others. To ensure that relevant and responsive programs are offered in the region, CHEDRO 11 proactively encouraged and assisted HEIs to offer programs that are innovative and fire-related. CHEDRO 11 further expanded support to non-conventional education by providing assistance to the 2 HEIs that offer the expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program. CHEDRO 11 performs both regulatory and developmental functions to prevent HEIs from backsliding in their compliance with CHED's minimum requirements. Continuous institutional and program monitoring and evaluations are conducted to ensure readiness for institutional and quality accreditations. As such, CHEDRO 11 was able to achieve the following: issued 163 initial and renewal permits, 55 recognitions, and 81 certificate of program compliance. Assisted HEIs leading to the grant of 4 autonomous, 2 deregulated, 5 centers of excellence, 16 centers of development, and 1 with SUC Level 1, 3 with SUC Level 3, and 1 with SUC Level 4 status. Assisted UMIN, Coriesu College, St. Mary's College of Tagum, San Pedro College on their applications for institution sustainability assessment. CHEDRO 11's intensified monitoring of HEIs to ensure the quality of their program offerings resulted in a total of 662 accredited programs in 2022 for Region 11, which is a 40.25% increase from 2019. For the information technology education programs, the test of practical competency in ICT or TOPSIT was administered by the Institute of Information Information and Communications Technology of the Government of the Republic of Korea to ITE senior students, which aim to assess the level of ICT competencies of the ITE students. All of the HEIs with ITE programs have participated. CHEDRO 11 established partnerships with agencies and partners for effective and efficient implementation of various CHED thrusts, programs and services, including MOA with Centers of Excellence for ITE Automation of CHED Services, MOA with HEIs for safekeeping of their respective special order, enrollment list, promotional report, continued partnership with NBI in tracing SNPLP borrowers, MOA with HEIs for the implementation of student grants, including STUFAPS and CCAP, personal appearances to the congressional district representatives to discuss issues and concerns on the implementation of various CHED programs, including grants for student financial assistance, MOA with DOST for the implementation of iStrike Davao project that aims to provide support in the establishment and sustainability of the Regional Inclusive Innovation Center in Davao Region. CHEDRO 11 also worked with organizations such as the Council of Deans from various disciplines in order to carry out common goals and for the betterment of the higher education sector in the region. Such collaborations have been extremely beneficial for the success of CHEDRO 11's programs. Over the past 4 years, CHEDRO 11 has undertaken several notable efforts aimed at promoting ASEAN awareness and assisting HEIs in realizing their aspirations for internationalization. This is just the start. CHEDRO 11 has plans to initiate further programs and activities focusing on internationalization in the years to come. In various occasions, CHEDRO 11 also recognized the exemplary performance of HEIs in Davao Region.
It's the inspiration because our local governments are here. That's why this event is called Gawan Paraga, to recognize our local governments who have persevered with an original idea to build a local college.
It was a showcase of the best in quality assurance and management, excellence in instruction, research, extension and production, among others. It was a showcase of the best in various fields, including quality assurance and management, excellence in instruction, research, extension and production, among others. In its effort to bring its programs and services closer to the public, the regional office conducted activities such as the first higher education fair. The activity served as an avenue for CHED and partner agencies and HEIs to promote their program offerings. The activity was lauded by the stakeholders as beneficial for career guidance for the youth. One of the region's flagship initiatives in partnership with Commissioner Lilian de las Llagas, NEDA 11 and DOST 11 is the formulation of Resilience Ready for Fire Framework. It acts as a guiding resource for CHEDRO 11 and the HEIs in cultivating fire-responsive human capital for sustainable development. With this framework, fire is mainstreamed in the 4 functions of HEIs. RDC 11 supported the implementation of the program through passing RDC Resolution Number 104 Series of 2020. During Convergence 2021, RD Casquejo advocated for its adoption. As a trailblazer in this feat, CHEDRO 11 has established itself as a reputable benchmarking hub for other regions. Just in time with the thrust of President Marcos on digital transformation, CHEDRO 11 led the baseline data on digital transformation of higher education institutions, Mindanao SUCs. Approved under CEB Resolution Number 421-2022, the project has already achieved its objectives, including formulated a full-blown concept of digital transformation of HEIs, developed and validated assessment tools for digital readiness and digital capability, rolled out assessment tools, developed baseline data for digital transformation of HEIs, conducted write-shop for SUCs in Mindanao for them to submit proposals for funding based on the baseline data. The office also helped promote research culture in the region by mounting the Regional Multidisciplinary Research Conference, where selected SGSL graduates were given the platform to present their thesis and dissertations. A compendium of the scholars' researches with 2 volumes were subsequently published. The region also came up and published several other compendiums over the years, including Compendium of Abstracts for Smart Manufacturing and 4th Industrial Revolution-related researches of higher education institutions in Davao Region for 2019 to 2022. Statistical Bulletin. The regional office has received numerous commendations from data users and researchers for making such data readily accessible. Most of CHEDRO 11's decisions are data-driven because of the office's use of executive dashboards. Embedded in our information systems are data analytics. To document achievements of each year, CHEDRO 11 was also able to produce a number of annual reports, which are also available electronically. Now leading digital and in consideration of ease of doing business, efficiency and effectiveness of operations were addressed through the automation of the following regional transactions. It was during R.D. Casquejo's leadership that the transactions of the office were automated. The official CHEDRO 11 website became fully functional, serving as a landing page for various online services, press releases, sources of data, among others. Through the support of HEI heads and registrars, CHEDRO 11 was able to forge MOA with HEIs for the digitization of their records and safekeeping of their physical records. The office was able to transform its records room into an e-records room. Replication of this initiative by HEIs is ongoing. The office also showed full support in mainstreaming gender and development through these initiatives. CHEDRO 11 has been steadfast in its aim to be of service to its stakeholders and as responsible members of the society in its ongoing effort to develop a community where support and help are given rather than asked. The office took on a variety of community outreach initiatives. This includes organizations that support persons deprived of liberty, IP communities, and groups of young people, women, and the elderly. The office is also devoted to safeguarding the environment. In many parts of Region 11, environmental conservation activities like mangrove planting and coastal cleanups have been implemented. R.D. Casquejo's administration also values holistic development of personnel. All admin personnel were promoted through chain promotions. Training and other personality development endeavors are provided. Awards and recognitions are also regularly given to exemplary performance. Clients and partners might have valued the programs and services of CHEDRO 11. A multitude of honors, commendations, and recommendations were given to the office. Specifically, the Red Orchid Award from the Department of Health, which was conferred to the region for 3 consecutive years. Top it all, in 2021, the Department of Budget and Management recognized the Davao office as one of the best performing regional offices for exceeding all targets. This further proves CHEDRO 11's commitment to deliver dynamic tertiary education services to the public.
So among the regions in Mindanao, clearly the universities in the Davao region are doing a very good job to ensure that there is access to quality education.
The journey over the past 4 years has been challenging, but the rewards outweigh all the difficulties. For CHEDRO 11, the road ahead is still long, but the path has been paved and the office remains strong.
These are what higher education institutions in Davao region now. This is CHEDRO 11 now. We were able to achieve whatever it is because we are blessed with internal and external stakeholders like you who are supportive, participative, and proactive. Thank you everyone for everything and for being our forever partners. We are now ready to take on new challenges. ready to aim for bigger goals, ready to get better, and ready for the next chapter.